Ayubowan. Today's lesson we are going to focus on was and were. Because if you remember, for the past tense we need to use these verbs. Now, just like am, is, are, those were used for the present tense. Was and were are used when we talk about the past tense. And these are also be verbs or known as auxiliary verbs. දැන් අපි අද lesson එකේ කතා කරන්න යන්නේ was සහ were කියන verbs දෙක ගැන. අපි බැලුවනේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා am, is, are ඒ තුන අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ වර්තමානය ගැන කතා කරනකොට. was සහ were කියන එක අපි use කරන්නේ අතීත කාලය ගැන කතා කරනකොට. මේවත් ඇවිල්ලා verbs තමයි. හැබැයි මේවා action verbs නෙවෙයි. මේවා ඇවිල්ලා be verbs. නැත්තම් අපි කියනවා auxiliary verbs කියලා. අපි බලමු මේක මොන වෙලාවටද යොදාගන්නේ, කොහොමද sentence එකකදී use කරන්නේ කියලා. The verbs was or were, right, are also forms of the verb be. As I told you before, they are be verbs. ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ am, is, are වගේම present tense එකට use කරනවා වගේ මේවත් past tense එකට use කරන be verbs. Was is the simple past tense of am and is. Use was with pronouns I, she, he, it, and with singular nouns. So, let us have a look at what this actually meant. Was is the past tense of am and is, because am and is used in the present tense. You can use was with he, she, it, or I. Or you can use it along with any singular noun. Let us have a look at some of the examples. Beethoven was a German composer. Beethoven is the name of a musician. Because he is a single person, we use was. Sue was at the library this morning. Sue is a name of a person, single, singular, therefore was. It was very wet on Monday. Was. It is singular. 10 years ago, she was a baby. She is singular. 10 years ago talks about the past and therefore singular, so we use was. He was not well yesterday. Yesterday talks about the past, singular, he is single, therefore we use was. Last year she wasn't. Now this is the negative form. All of these were positive form sentences. This was also negative. He was not, wasn't. This is also he, she was not. Okay? When you say last year, it talks about the past. She was not, singular, negative form, therefore wasn't. Samantha was second in the race, wasn't she? Samantha actually. Question tag, right? Was, singular. Wasn't she? Question tag. Okay? So, let us have a look at this in Sinhalese. Beethoven was a German composer. Beethoven කියලා කියන්නේ musician කෙනෙක්, සංගීතඥවරයෙක්. එයා compose කරා, music නිර්මාණය කරා. එතකොට එයා composer කෙනෙක් වෙලා හිටියේ ජර්මානු ජාතිකයෙක් වෙලා හිටියා. He was a composer. Beethoven is no longer living. දැනට ජීවතුන් අතර නැහැ. ඒ හින්දා අතීතෙ හිටපු හින්දා අපි කියනවා was කියලා. Sue was at the library this morning. අද උදේ Sue හිටියා library එකේ. අද උදේ කියනකොට වෙලාව වෙලා ඉවරයි. Sue හිටියා was at the library. දැන් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනෙව තමයි singular ඒවත් එක්ක තමයි මේ was එන්නේ. So here මේව ඔක්කොම ඇවිල්ලා මුල් හතරම positive statements. Right? It was very wet on Monday. සඳුදා හරිම තෙත සහිත දවසක්. Because this talks about a specific Monday in the past, we use was. 10 years ago, she was only a baby. මීට අවුරුදු 10කට කලින් පොඩි ළමයෙක්. අවුරුදු 10කට කලින් අතීත වෙලා තිබ්බේ. ඇය පොඩි ළමයෙක්, එයා පොඩි ළමයෙක්. එතකොට එක්කෙනෙක් singular positive එකක් හින්දා we use was. He was not well yesterday. ඒක negative was not. එයා ඊයේ අසනීප තත්ත්වයෙන් හිටියේ. හොඳට හිටියේ නැහැ. ඊයේ වෙච්ච හින්දා අතීතෙ හින්දා he කියන එක singular එක්කෙනෙක් හින්දා අපි දානවා wasn't කියන එක. Last year she was not tall enough to reach the high shelf. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ was not. ඒ කියන්නේ again negative. උස වෙලා හිටියේ නෑ මේ තට්ටුව රීච් කරන්න අල්ලන්න පුළුවන් මට්ටමේ නෙවෙයි යා ගිය අවුරුද්දේ හිටියේ. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ කියනකොට අතීතේ she කියනකොට එක්කෙනයි ඒ හින්දා negative හින්දා අපි was not නැත්නම් wasn't කියන එක දාන්න පුළුවන්. Samantha was second in the race, wasn't she? Samantha තරගයේ දෙවනියා නේද? එහෙම නේද? කියලා අපි අහනවා. Samantha කියන්නේ එක්කෙනෙක්. Was wasn't she කියන එක අපි question tag එකට use කරනවා wasn't she කියන එක. එහෙම නේද කියන එක අහනකොට අපි use කරන්නේ wasn't she. එක්කෙනෙක් හින්දා තමයි අපි was කියන එක use කරන්නේ. Now let's have a look at were. Were is the simple past tense of are. Right? You use were with the pronouns you, we, they, or any plural noun. Right? So, let me just run through it. Now, singular, you use was or with singular nouns or pronouns. But with plural nouns or pronouns, you use were. And it is the past tense of are. හරිද? are කියන්නේ present tense එකේ. ඒක අපි use කරේ plural form එකේ වචනත් එක්ක. ඒකේ past tense එක කියන්නේ were කියන එක. ඒකත් අපි use කරන්නේ plural words එක්ක නැත්නම් pronouns නැත්නම් nouns එක්ක. you කියන එක ඔබ වුණාට මම හැමතිස්සෙම කිව්වා ඒක plural එකක් හැටියට හැසිරෙන්නේ. you, we, they බහුවචන සර්වනාම නැත්නම් my brother and I බහුවචන නාම පද වලට අපිට use කරන්න පුළුවන් were අතීතය ගැන යම් කිසි දෙයක් ගැන කතා කරනකොට. The Romans were brave soldiers. They were third in the wheelbarrow race. These both sentences are positive. There weren't any clouds in the sky. Negative. Were you still in bed when I phoned? Question tag. We were on the same school team. Positive. Those were my best jeans. Positive. Right? Let us have a look at it. The Romans were brave soldiers. Romans means plural. People who lived in Rome or people who live in Rome are called Romans. Because it is plural, we say were. They is a plural pronoun. Were. Okay. Third, in the wheelbarrow. You know the wheelbarrow that you push and collect things to it? Okay. So, because they is plural, we use the verb were. Here, it is negative. There weren't any clouds in the sky. Okay. That means no clouds in the sky. Were you still in bed? Because it is the question tag, we use it at the start of the sentence, and you can ask, oh, were you in bed when I called you? So talking about a past incident. We were on the same school team. So this again is in the past, and you want to say, okay, we were in the same school team. Those were my best jeans. Again, something about the past. Jeans is a pair of trouser type that we wear. Okay. So again, because those are plural, we use were. We are plural, so we use were. You acts like a plural, so we use were. Clouds are plural, so therefore we say weren't. දැන් අපි බලමු මේ ටික තේරුම මොනවද කියලා. The Romans were brave soldiers. රෝමේ ජීවත් වෙන පුරවැසියන්ට අපි කියන්නේ Romansලා කියලා. Romansලා රෝමේ ජීවත් වෙන පුරවැසියන් ඒගොල්ලෝ හරිම දක්ෂ නිර්භීත soldiersලා. හරි? ඒ හින්දා ජීවත් වෙන මිනිස්සු කියන හින්දා plural එකක් හින්දා අපි use කරන්නේ were කියන එක. they ඒගොල්ලෝ තුන්වෙනි ස්ථානය ලබාගත්ත wheelbarrow එකේ තරඟේ. ලබාගත්ත අතීතේ ඒගොල්ලෝ බහුවචන සර්වනාමයක්. ඒ හින්දා අපි use කරන්නේ were කියන එක. There weren't any clouds. ඒක ඇවිල්ලා negative sentence එකක්. අහසේ වලාකුළු මුකුත්ම තිබ්බේ නැහැ. තිබ්බේ නැහැ කියන්නේ negative. වලාකුළු කියන්නේ plural ගොඩක්. නැහැ තිබ්බේ නැහැ. අතීතය ගැන කතා කරන හින්දා weren't කියලා අපි use කරනවා. Were you still in bed when I phoned? මේක ඇවිල්ලා ප්‍රශ්නාර්ථයක් ලකුණක් තියෙනවා. ඒතර ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඔයා ඇඳේද හිටියේ මං කෝල් කරපු වෙලාවේ? ඇඳේද හිටියේ? ඔයා. Okay? ඔයා උනාට ඒක act කරන්නේ plural එකක් වගේ. ඇඳේද හිටියේ? අතීත ක්‍රියාවක් තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා අපි දානවා were කියලා. We were on the same school team. අපි හිටියේ එකම ඉස්කෝල ටීම් එකේ. අපි හිටියේ. අපි plural හිටියේ අතීතය ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා අපි දානවා were කියන එක. Those were my best jeans. ඒ jeans pair එක තමයි මට තිබ්බ හොඳම එක. තිබ්බ හොඳම එක. හරි? Those Because jeans එකක් නෙවෙයි, it's a pair, right? Because you're talking about a pair, it acts like a plural. Therefore, we take it as a plural and we talk or we write it as were. Alright? Next one. Here we have a little table to remember the words. I changes to we, was changes to were. You were. He was, they were. She was, they were. It was, they were. Right? Here's a table to show you the different forms of the be verb only. Am, was. Are, were. Is, was. So plural are changes into were. So all you have to remember is in the present tense and the past tense, singular, plural, singular, plural. Okay? So, if you take am or is, the plural form is are. If you take was, the plural form is were. I, you write it with am, is, she, he, it, or any other plural noun. Are, you use it with you, we, they. Then අපි චූටි ටේබල් එකක් වගේ බැලුවොත් මතක් කරගන්න ඉක්මනට present tense එකේ ඒකවචන බහුවචන, past tense එකේ ඒකවචන බහුවචන. present tense එකේ ඒකවචන නම් am උයි is. am use කරන්නේ I එක්ක, is use කරන්නේ she, he, it නැත්නම් ඕනම ඒකවචන නාමපදයක් එක්ක use කරනවා. are කියන්නේ බහුවචන එකත් එක්ක use කරන එකක්. you, we, they කියන ඒවත් එක්ක use කරනවා. Let's have a look at the past tense. You can use he, she, it, or any singular noun, plural, and also I. Here you can use it with you, we, they. Then singular, he, she, it, I එක්ක past tense එකේ was use කරන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඕනම ඒකවචන නාමපදයක් එක්ක was use කරන්න පුළුවන්. you, we, they කියන ඒවත් එක්ක නැත්නම් ඕනම බහුවචන නාමපදයක් එක්ක අපිට use කරන්න පුළුවන් were කියලා. Alright, so let us move on and have a look. Now, we'll try using the verbs. Where was Tim on Saturday? Tim කොහෙද හිටියේ ගිය සෙනසුරාදා? On Saturday, he was at home, right? Where was Tim on Saturday? So, on Saturday comes to the start of the sentence. He was at home. If you want, you can say, on Saturday, Tim was at home, right? If you really want to use Tim, you still can. ගිය සෙනසුරාදා Tim කොහෙද හිටියේ? Where is this? At home. So you can say, ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න පුළුවන් ගිය සෙනසුරාදා Tim was at home. Giya senasarada Tim hitiye gedara. Without saying Tim, because it has been used here, you can even say he. Right? Let's have a look at the second one. Where were Julia and Nancy on Sunday? Where were they? What is this place? It's called a park, right? Julia and Nancy කොහෙද හිටියේ ගිය ඉරිදා? On Sunday, ගිය ඉරිදා, they were, because Julia and Nancy කියන්නේ දෙන්නෙක්. So you can say they were. දෙන්නෙක් හින්දා අපි use කරන්නේ were කියලා. Right? Or you can say on Sunday, Julia and Nancy were at the park. Right? ගිය ඉරිදා ඒගොල්ලෝ හිටියේ පාක් එකේ. නැත්තං ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න පුළුවන් ගිය ඉරිදා ජූලියා සහ නැන්සි හිටියේ පාක් එකේ කියලා. Right? Next one. Where were the boys on Tuesday? So what can you see here? Ah, that's a nice place. A swimming pool. Where were they last Tuesday? At the swimming pool. So you can say on Tuesday they were at the swimming pool. Or you can say on Tuesday the boys were at the swimming pool. Right? So, where were the boys on Tuesday? පිරිමි ළමයි කොහෙද හිටියේ ගිය අඟහරුවාදා? කොහෙද හිටියේ? Swimming pool එකේ, පිහිනුම් තටාකේ. Right? So, ගිය අඟහරුවාදා the boys පිරිමි ළමයි හිටියේ පිහිනුම් තටාකේ. නැත්තම් you can use the pronoun they. Okay? Because boys is plural, we use it with the word were. Plural form. Right? Next one. Melanie. Right? So this is Melanie. Where was she on Friday? What is she doing? She's eating and there's someone serving behind. Right? So where do you call a place that you eat and drink? It's called a restaurant. Now why don't I call it a cafe? Cafe එකකුත් කන තැනක් තමයි. මොකද්ද වෙනස cafe එකේ restaurant එකේ? Good question. Cafe is a place where you just get, a coffee and something to drink maybe and eat like a sandwich or something. Usually we don't have, waiters or waitresses. Usually you say, okay, can I have a croissant and a hot chocolate, please? You get it, you sit down, you eat and you quickly leave. Whereas a restaurant means you have a variety of food, there is a waiter to serve you, right? It's more extravagant. Then Melanie කොහෙද හිටියේ සිකුරාදා? Melanie ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා restaurant එකකට. දැන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් ඇයි මම restaurant කියලා use කරන්නේ? cafe කියන වචනේ use කරන්නේ නැතුව. Cafe එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ CAFE. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි දෙයක් ඉක්මනට කන්න යන තැනක්. කෝපි එකක්, සෑන්ඩ්විච් එකක්, ඒ වගේ ඉක්මනට පොඩියට අපි කියන්නේ කන දෙයක්. අන්න ඒ වගේ දෙයක් කන තැනක්. හැබැයි රෙස්ටොරන්ට් එකක් කියන්නේ ඊට වඩා ಜಾති ගොඩාක් අරගෙන පිටිපස්සේ පේනවා වේට කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා, අපිට කෑම අල්ලන කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. එහෙම තැනකට අපි කියන්නේ රෙස්ටොරන්ට් කියලා. ලොකුයි. දේවල් ගොඩක් ගන්නවා. වෙලාව ඊට වඩා යනවා කන්න. එහෙම තැනකට අපි කියනවා restaurant කියලා. So, where did Melanie go on Friday? On Friday, she was at the restaurant. Melanie was at the restaurant. ගිය සිකුරාදා මෙලනේ හිටියේ restaurant එකේ. Or you can say, if they ask you where did Melanie go on Friday, අපිට question එක වෙනස් කරොත්, then she went to the restaurant on Friday, right? අපි මෙතන was and were use කරන හින්දා තමයි ඒක මම change කරලා තියෙන්නේ was and were කියන එකට, right? But to teach you, right? But you can even ask a question tag, where did you go? Or where did Melanie go on Friday? හරිද? Melanie සිකුරාදා ගියේ restaurant එකට. දැන් question එක මට rephrase කරන්නත් පුළුවන් ඕනනම් මෙහෙම. අපිට question tag එකක් වෙනම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Where did Melanie go? ඒකත් අතීත කාලේ ගැන අහන එකක්. Where did Melanie go on Friday? දැන් ඒක was were lesson එකට අදාළ නැහැ. ඒ වුණාට සමහරක් එක්කෙනෙක් හිතන්න පුළුවන් මිස් මෙහෙම මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන්න බැරිද? පුළුවන්. Of course you can do that. Where did Melanie go on Friday? හැබැයි එතකොට අපි ලියන්නේ උත්තරේ, or you can say she went to the restaurant. Or you can say on Friday she went to the restaurant. විවිධ variation answers දෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? මේක මම හදලා තියෙන්නේ was and were lesson එක කරන හින්දා was were වලට focus කරලා. Let's have a look at it. Was Tim at the park yesterday? Is this a park? Does this look like a park? Adults, children, movie with stars. Is it a park? No. No, he wasn't. No, he was not. කියන එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ no, he wasn't. He was at the cinema. ඊයේ ටිම් හිටියේ පාක් එකේද? මේක පාක් එකක්ද? Movie stars ළමයි, adults ලා, children's ලා හැම ටිකට් දෙන තැනක? නෑ. හිටියේ කොහෙද? No, he wasn't. නෑ, යා නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. He was at the cinema. ඔහු හිටියේ චිත්‍රපට ශාලාවේ. Right? All right. Next one. Were the boys at the swimming pool on Saturday? ගිය සෙනසුරාදා පිරිමි ළමයි swimming pool එකේද හිටියේ? No, they weren't. දැන් මේක plural. Boys ලානේ. No, they weren't. Okay? Were not. Negative. නෑ. එහෙ නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. They were at home. ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහෙද හිටියේ? ගෙදර. Clear? Plural were, singular was. ඒක වචන නම් was, plural නම් were. Singular. Was Melanie at home on Monday? Melanie ගෙදරද මේ ඉන්නේ? Where is Melanie? She was at the park. Was Melanie at home on Monday? No, she wasn't. නෑ, ගෙදර නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. කොහෙද හිටියේ? ඇය park එකේ තමයි හිටියේ. She was at the park. Next one. Were you and your family at the cinema on Sunday? You guys? Were you and your family at the cinema on Sunday? No, we weren't. So you have the kids here. Okay. No, we weren't. Ne, api cinema එකේ නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. Where were we? We were at the restaurant. අපි හිටියේ restaurant එකේ. හරිද? So again, we hinda were not. We hinda were. Next one. Were Julia and Nancy at home on Wednesday? Were they at home? Is this a home? No. No, they weren't. They were at the swimming pool. Nancy and Julia ගෙදරද හිටියේ? නෑ. Nancy සහ Julia කියනකොට they හින්දා අපි කියනවා plural were නැත්තම් they were not at home. ගෙදර නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ හිටියේ swimming pool එකේ. Right. Next one. Tim at home yesterday. Right? Now let's make this negative. I want to try. Okay? Tim at home yesterday. Tim wasn't at home yesterday. දැන් මට negative sentences හදන්න ඕනේ. හරි? Tim කියන්නේ එක්කෙනෙක් negative වුණාම wasn't, was not at home yesterday. Julia and Nancy at the park on Saturday. හිටියේ නෑ කියලා තමයි මට කියන්න ඕනේ. So Julia and Nancy weren't at home. Weren't at the park on Saturday. Then Julia සහ Nancy park එකේ හිටියේ නෑ ගිය සෙනසුරාදා. Negative form එක තමයි they weren't නැත්නම් Julia and Nancy weren't at the park. Plural because there are two people. The boys at the restaurant on Thursday. The boys weren't හිටියේ නෑ restaurant එකේදී last Thursday ගිය බ්‍රහස්පතින්දා. Right? So, as you know now, with singular, you use was. She was at home. ඇය ගෙදර තමයි හිටියේ. You can even say yesterday if you want to be more specific. He was at home. Sam was at home. Jenny was at home. I was at home. So with singular you use was. It can be a singular noun or it can be a singular pronoun. අපි ඒකවචන නාමපද නැත්නම් ඒකවචන සර්වනාම පද එක use කරන්නේ was කියන එක. අපි බලමු plural නැත්නම් අපි කියනවා බහුවචන එක කොහොමද යෙදෙන්නේ කියලා. We were at home. They were at home. You were at home. My sister and I were at home. Don't worry about my writing. I think it's a little crooked. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. My friends were at home. So if you look at these sentences, we were at home. We is plural. Api gedara hitiye. They were at home. Egollo gedara hitiye. You were at home. You oba, but it acts like a plural. You were at home. Oya gedara thamai hitiye. My sister and I were at home. Mage sahodariya saha mama. Plural. Gedara thamai hitiye. My friends were at home. Mage yaluwo gedara thamai hitiye. So, you can see with singular was, nouns or pronouns, it will be was. With plural, nouns or pronouns, it will be was. So, let us have a look at what we just did in this lesson. Quite a lot of pictures in this lesson. We had a look at was and were. We now learnt that we use was and were when we talk about something in the past. If it is singular, noun or a pronoun, you use was, and if it is a plural noun or pronoun, we use were. Then අපි බැලුවේ lesson එකේ was සහ were කියන දෙක. අපි දැන් දන්නවා was සහ were කියන එක use කරන්නේ අතීතේ ගැන යම් කිසි දෙයක් ගැන කතා කරනකොට ඒක වචන නාම පදයක් නම් සර්වනාමයක් නම් අපි use කරන්නේ was කියලා බහු වචනයක් නම් අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ were කියලා. So now I hope you understood where to use was and were and which tense to use it. Please stay tuned for the remaining lessons.